Oh, hey YouTube. Sorry I didn't realize you guys were there. Probably didn't know Frank played the harmonica, huh? Yeah, a lot of people don't. You know, I thought today would be, or tonight rather, would be a nice night for me to go over magnesium fire starters. I really like these. They're cheap and you can start hundreds of fires with them. They're a lot of fun to use. I carry this in my bug out bag and I keep one in my room. Ultimately, these fire starters come in really handy if you want to start a fire and you're lacking any kind of real fuel source. You can start a fire with one of these, but they're short-lived on their own, very short-lived, like seconds. You have to have some kind of small timber and twigs, leaves, bark, any kind of grapevine bark, any kind of bird's nest, things like that will really help. So in today's video I'm going to show you the right way to, at least what works for me, on how to shave the magnesium bar with the file that comes with it, and then how to go ahead, use the striker that's on the magnesium bar and start a fire, and then how to follow up with it and get the fire to become a flame and be able to cook something and have it a little bit more long term. So anyhow, let's get started. So you can see that the way I'm scraping it really helps get a lot of that magnesium out of there. See, I'm starting to wear this down. This was a new mag bar, or close to it. So we got a good bit of magnesium here. What I'll go ahead and try to do is start here with the magnesium and the spark, and then work your way up to a gradually bigger material. I went out and I got some bird nests I found in the wilderness, and I thought I'd kind of rip it up and break it down a little bit for this video. So I'll kind of rip this apart, make it very, very fine, kind of throw this stuff on there. Set that stuff there for now. Again, stuff's just very fine. We'll see if that's enough magnesium to get this started. I'm really not sure if it will be or not. I like to keep this pile a decent size. This will burn pretty fast because it is so fine. Again, this is a bird's nest. I also have some paper birch bark I got. It was extra. This paper birch bark is really good for starting a fire. Very, very fine. kind of like a step up from the bird's nest. That's the way you want to go. Usually start real small, work your way up. Oh, mosquitoes are starting, so we better get some fire to get these mosquitoes out of here, you know what I mean? Okay guys, just bear with me. I like myself cutting these just with my fingers into big strips. Something like that. It's always a good idea to obviously make sure you're doing this in a dry location. As dry as you can depending on the setting. Also just got some regular pieces of real fine bark I kind of picked up. It's from a maple tree. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep this bird's nest kind of on top of the magnesium pile, or else right next to it to throw it on quickly. And then I'll keep some next to me. I'll keep working on these piles. Okay. Again, we got some paper birch. We got a nice pile of paper birch right here. We got our bird's nest with our magnesium pile underneath. Now, if I was doing this for real, I'd go bigger than these strips of bark, but I'm not doing this for real. I'm just kind of doing it to work on my skills and for the video, but I'd kind of make a pile of this size material too, and then I'd probably get some very small sticks, some twigs, nice pile of dry twigs, and then you'd be able to gradually work your way up to something a little bit bigger. So I'll set this about right here. Got some dry leaves here too, some maple and oak leaves. Those are always good. See how this is all frayed? This is very ideal for fire starting. The more frayed, the better. Especially for starting out. So, okay. And then let's see here. I got some real fine steel wool here. I'm not going to use this just because I ultimately don't want to. I want to assume we don't have any steel wool. We're using all natural materials. Okay, there's some leaves from the eastern deciduous woods of PA, or the temperate forest, whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, so like I said, here's the plan, guys. We're going to go ahead, use the magnesium striker, start the magnesium pile. I'm going to throw this bird's nest on, then we'll go with some birch. I might even do a little more bird's nest, we'll see how the timing works. And then I want to go with some of this bigger stuff. And if I was doing this for real, I'd have a pile of nice dry twigs too. Throw them on, then start getting a little bit more material heated up and burned, and you can go ahead and really make this a go. So the big question mark is that enough magnesium? It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a good bit there, but the question is it enough to get this started? So we're going to find out. Ready? And you can use these striker lips. I personally don't like using them. I use this knife here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we didn't catch as much of the magnesium there as I would have liked, so we're going to try it again. Still a lot of magnesium there. There we go, guys. That's how fast it catches. Pretty fast, huh? Suddenly the mosquitoes are all leaving me alone, guys. So you can see that bird's nest really was the ticket. It's pretty neat. And then we can see that was definitely enough magnesium, especially when you have this fine material around to burn. The trick now is getting some of this bigger stuff to burn before the smaller stuff burns out. Because these magnesium fires are typically very short-lived. You have to be very prepared. There you go, guys. That's it. I hope this video helped you. This is how to start a fire with a magnesium striker. So go ahead and pick one up at Walmart, anywhere, Gander Mountain, Cabela's. They're only about $5 to $7 depending on where you get them. You make hundreds of fires from one starter. So definitely check it out. Get out in the woods. Thanks for watching.